Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Hope you're all doing fantastic because we've got a fantastic show for you. So make sure to hit that like button if you enjoy, it helps out a lot. And let me know what you're thinking in that comment section because there's a bunch of stories that are interesting to you, my Switch friends. All right, the first one is a really nice deal from Gamestop. I know, GameStop often gets a bad rap, but they just initiated a buy two, get one free on Switch games, and they've got a lot of them. Like a lot of the big ones, there's Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Odyssey, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Kirby Star Allies, Neo The World Ends With You, Zelda Skyward Sword HD, Pikmin 3 Deluxe, Shin Megami Tensei 5, you got Splatoon 2, Monster Hunter Rise, Monster Hunter Stories 2, and the best part is, many of these games are on sale and then can also be comboed into this buy two, get one free. So if you are looking to pick up some Switch carts that you did not have previously, this is a really good place. So check it out if you're interested. I'll put a link in the description down below and let me know if you pick anything up. The summer season is picking up already, and the first big show has been announced. THQ Nordic is claiming their date of August 12th, which is a bit late in the summer, but alas, they are having a big digital showcase to talk about a bunch of new games. Now, THQ Nordic is notable because they really support the Switch. Their Darksiders franchise is all there. They put Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning on Switch, and we know they're about to drop SpongeBob SquarePants: The Cosmic Shake on Nintendo Switch. So if you were a fan of the good old days, then that one will be covered. Plus, THQ Nordic will be showing off a bunch of unannounced games, and I bet my butt that a lot of those will come to Switch because this is a publisher that understands the platform. You got 100 million players, you're gonna get sales. THQ Nordic can do some good work, so I'm excited to see what they have in store. And this also makes me think like maybe the summer is gonna be spread out. Without a main E3 to kind of hold everyone together, perhaps publishers will want their own window. And maybe we'll see the summer spread from June, July, August, and even into September as different studios decide to announce their projects for the holiday season and beyond. Now, I'm wondering what Nintendo is up to, and I kind of wanted to highlight two things for you. One, Pokemon Directs have come out every year when there's a big Pokemon game, so I fully expect one of those. And I was looking at past dates, and it seems like the Pokemon Direct will be in early June. If Nintendo is going to hold to their June E3 Direct, which I think they will, then Pokemon Presents would precede that by about a week. They like to get the Poke information out there and then go with everything else. There's also Indie World, which has happened every year in the spring, and we haven't had one yet. Last year it was April 14th, which was later than the previous year in March, so we still have some time, but I fully expect to get a new Indie World presentation either this week or next week that will then kind of carry us forward into that summer cycle. Because right now it feels a little quiet on Nintendo front, and I think they're getting ready to ramp up again, and the Indie World makes perfect sense based on past precedent, and we'll also keep our eyes peeled on what the other major publishers do and when they announce their showcases, and if it pertains to Switch, I will let you know so you can get mentally prepared for still, hopefully, probably, absolutely, a summer of fun. On the other hand, delays are usually not fun, and now a delay has hit more of an indie title, with 2 Point Campus being bumped from May 17th to August 9th. They said they needed the extra time to polish the game and make it the best they possibly can, and as we all do, we understand, and it's still a crazy world. I was listening to some interesting discussions where they were saying, Nintendo publicly said, like, oh, we got it all together, we aren't having any problems, but realistically, they did have problems. And if there wasn't the pandemic, Breath of the Wild 2 would have came out in 2021. Not even just 2022, but last year. And how much it set them back is just really shocking. And it seems to be the case for just about everybody. I enjoy 2 Point Hospital. I think it's a very clever take on like the sim genre, but also mixing in a bunch of quirky British humor that I think works pretty well. But we will be waiting to play their college iteration after its 3-month delay. Oh, Zach, save us. What's something good and not delayed? Well, it really sounds like Mario plus Rabbids is going to be a holiday hit for Nintendo and Ubisoft this year. Famous insider Nate the Hate / Nate Drake / Direct Feed Games was talking on his podcast about Mario plus Rabbis Sparks of Hope, and his sources are telling him that it will be a holiday game. And this is very interesting because we know that Breath of the Wild 2 was just bumped out of the holiday season. So what does Nintendo fill the slot with? It seems like one of those games will be Mario plus Rabbids. And instead of opting for its late summer release like it got with its initial iteration back in 2017, this one will be a holiday title. And it makes sense because maybe Nintendo doesn't have a major Mario game, so Mario plus Rabbids can be the one that goes alongside the movie. The movie is dropping in December, so maybe this game comes out in December. And if it is a bigger take on the strategy genre with intergalactic travel, we know it's got the galaxy theme that people love from back in the Mario Galaxy era, this could still be a big hit, and it would pair nicely with the movie to let you go buy something Mario on your Switch. But I think one of the best parts of this is that Mario plus Rabbids is not Nintendo first party, right? That's a Ubisoft game. So believe you me, Nintendo will still want to sell something this holiday season that is marked completely their own. All right, we know they have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but they do like to go ham for the holidays. They like to bust out the titles in the second half of the year, and we still know very little. So even if Mario plus Rabbids is a holiday title, that's not going to be the replacement for Breath of the Wild. It might be a nice one to have and add, but there will still be more from Nintendo directly. They will still have a game, it just probably won't be a Mario game. At that point, we're looking more at like Metroid Prime Remaster, the Donkey Kong game we've heard rumored, or something that we can't quite possibly predict. But I strongly believe that it won't just be Pokemon and Ubi Mario. I know Nintendo will want to have more of their own there, so this isn't going to thin out entirely. It's just going to give more space and time to some games that might have gotten a bit overshadowed by Link's giant Master Sword. And now something like Mario plus Rabbids can do gangbusters tied alongside the movie this Christmas season. How do you feel about that? You want to buy Mario this December? Would that be a good game for you to get for your holiday break? And it also begs the question, what then for July and August, right? Because if this would typically fit in that slot, what's going to go there? And the first thing that comes to my mind is Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD. Nintendo loves to have a Zelda game every year, and we know that they've got June loaded up with Mario Strikers and Fire Emblem Musou version, and they've got Xenoblade Chronicles 3 in September. What are they going to do for those 2 months in between? We look to the past and they dropped Skyward Sword HD in August of last year, so that would be another perfect slot for Zelda to return, a game from the past, Link to the Past, but not Link to the Past, Wind Waker or Twilight Princess, or hopefully a double pack, selling those in those late summer months. I still think it's going to be a super interesting season for Nintendo. What all do they have? They were really front-loaded this year, but we're really curious on the back half. We don't know a whole lot, and with Zelda getting pushed, it just makes even more question marks appear. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet was a big surprise. I don't think we're done. I think we have more big surprises from Nintendo in store for this holiday season, and we'll probably be waiting till June to find out. Now, you won't have to wait any longer to find out the answer to today's poll. Remember, I post these in the community tab every weekday evening. Check them out so you can be a part of the conversation and get your voice spoken and screamed and shouted on GMM. Last night I asked, do you remember your dreams? All right, I have been having so many dreams lately, and I remember them every night. Crazy things happen to me. Like, do you remember that little goofy rap I wrote for the Disney Emoji Blitz segment a few days back? Well, somebody decided to make fun of that. I think it was Logan Paul. And then someone else made fun of it, and then someone else. And it got all the way to the point where real rappers were making fun of my pathetic rap skills. It was very worrisome, but at the same time, I was like, hey, they're just promoting the show. More people are gonna see the show and maybe wanna hear my awful raps. But it was a very weird dream, and so I wanna know if you guys are having any weird dreams of your own, and do you remember them? Only 8% seem to remember their dreams every single night, whereas 51% say maybe a few times a week. 37% say I rarely dream or remember them, and that's kind of nice in its own right. Like, a totally peaceful night's sleep is appealing. 4% says only if they're super scary. I hate scary dreams. I used to have this recurring dream about this giant train that would end up devouring a field of flowers and children. It was menacing. Like, literally, I would lay in bed as a kid, afraid to have this dream, because that train, it just ate everything. And I don't know, like chaos and despair. But I wish for you a non-chaotic, non-despair-filled day. In fact, I wish for you to stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll be back tomorrow. Until that time, everybody, thanks again for watching and supporting. It means so much to me. You are my family. And until next time, I love you lots. SwitchForce, out.